Today on Inside Poker, we head to Hollywood for the 2005 Cardplayer magazine's Card Player of the Year Award. An in-depth interview with the 2005 Tournament of Champions winner, Mike the Mouth Matusow. And don't miss Savage on the River. This is Inside Poker. The A-list of the poker world walked the red carpet at the awards event that honors the best of the best in poker. The Music Box Theatre in LA played host to the biggest party of the poker scene. The Cardplayer magazine Card Player of the Year Awards, presented by Bodog.net.
Are we ready?
And this one right here.
Welcome to the Card Players Card Player of the Year Award, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
America's just now finding out what I've known for 50-something years, that poker's the greatest game there is.
And I think that now finally the public is starting to see that it's, it's an incredible game.
The seedy world of poker and the glamorous world of Hollywood are intersecting right here at Hollywood and Vine.
Strip poker, I thought, would become really big, not hold'em. So that's why I'm wearing no pants. You probably don't know. Don't look, don't.
Inside, things got heated up, and Master of Ceremonies Brad Garrett dealt out more than awards to the poker elite.
Please welcome your host, Brad Garrett.
It's really an unbelievable honor to be here. I'm just up here thinking who said no before the 7-foot Jew got a call, you know? I met some of you last year during the main event in Las Vegas. I only lasted 9 hours, which is about as long as anybody can be in a jail cell with Mike Matusow. Bill Ivey is here. What's with those eyes darting around? What the hell is going on?
Awards were given out in a number of categories, with votes coming straight from the players themselves. Chip Reese got the party started, winning Best Cash Player of the Year.
The next award is for Poker Ambassador, presented as Mike Matusow. Now, having Mike present this award for Poker Ambassador, it's like having Dick Cheney present the award for Best Marksman. Please, if you will, welcome my hero, Mike the Mouth Matusow.
And the winner for Poker Ambassador of the Year goes to Mike Saxton.
Phil Ivey won in 3 categories he was nominated for, including Most Feared Player.
I didn't realize why everybody was so afraid of until I saw the comedian out here making fun of me, and those eyes of mine, they were going like this. So now I understand a little better.
Our host and famous tournament director, Matt Savage, got in on the action, presenting 2 awards. And Hollywood veteran, actress Jennifer Tilly, presented an award, then knocked down Gabe Kaplan and Tobey Maguire for Best Celebrity Poker Player.
How about that? It's too bad they don't have a category for Most Overrated Player of the Year, because then maybe I'd win 2 awards. Or maybe my boyfriend would win that one. Anyhow.
The Most Entertaining Player award goes to
Mike the Mouth. This is great. All right, speaking of entertaining, somebody fire the f***ing bartender. How the hell the bar closed already?
And one of the most prestigious awards of the evening, the People's Choice Favorite Poker Player, had an all-star lineup of nominees, with Daniel Negreanu taking home the trophy.
Yes, I won one. Sweet.
Entertainment for the night was on par with any major award show, with performances by former Eagles rocker Don Felder and Guns N' Roses guitarist Izzy Stradlin. Don't miss an exclusive interview with the loudest voice in poker, Mike the Mouth Matusow. We'll be back with more of the Card Player Awards when Inside Poker returns. Inside Poker is being brought to you by PokerTime.net, a new place to play. a new place to learn. Visit pokertime.net and by InsidePoker.tv. Get tips and watch streaming video at poker's first web video channel, InsidePoker.tv. Now we take you back to Los Angeles, California for the Cardplayer magazine Card Player of the Year Awards. The most respected man in the game of poker was given credit for everything he has done in the last 50 years. Poker legend Doyle Brunson received top honors with the Lifetime Achievement Award.
In presenting this Lifetime Achievement Award, you have to think of who most deserves it. And certainly, the man you're going to soon greet deserves it most, and I don't think there's a close second.
Brunson, now 72, is the Babe Ruth, the Michael Jordan, and the Arnold Palmer of poker. He virtually invented the phenomenon that is Texas Hold'em. He paved the way for a sport once viewed to be played only by roughnecks and criminals, but is now played by today's world leaders and top executives.
Doyle.
And all these years back when I was traveling around the South, I was trying to keep them getting cheated, robbed, and arrested. I wondered what it would be like to be a celebrity. Well, you know, thanks to the media and the television and everything, people, you know, they recognize you now. Some girl like these girls, they come up and they say, "Oh, you're Doyle Brunson, we love you." You know, I throw my chest out and show them a little bicep that I don't have anymore. And they always come with the same line, "You remind us of our grandfather." And that sucks. You know, I think in life, as well as in poker, is that a lot of us have some tough times, some bad breaks, but you got to remember, you got to play the hand that's dealt to you. And the only thing we can do is play that hand to the best of our ability. And that's what I've tried to do, and that's what I encourage all you guys to do. Thank you very much.
The biggest award for the night was the Card Player of the Year Award, presented by Phil Hellmuth. This award was given to the year's top dog of poker.
Card Player of the Year for 2005, Min, the Master, Nguyen.
This is the fourth time, baby! It was very difficult for me to win this year because I took up a lot of time for the charity work. I went to Vietnam in May with my wife, Van. We bring the money back home to buy 15,000 tons of rice to give it out to the hungry people and the children of Vietnam. I won the money, but I give it out.
Okay, English.
I won so much money,
Yes.
but I give it out for the charity.
You know what I should do? I should lift you and thank the Academy. You're the best. We've had a great evening. On behalf of all of you, thank you very much. God bless. May your pots be big, like men. Have a great night. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned, poker players. You don't want to miss our exclusive interview with Mike the Mouth Matusow, plus Savage on the River, when Inside Poker returns. Don't cash in your chips just yet. There's more Inside Poker coming up. Inside Poker is being brought to you by PokerTime.net. A new place to play, a new place to learn. Visit PokerTime.net. And by InsidePoker.tv. Get tips and watch streaming video at poker's first web video channel, InsidePoker.tv. Now, Matt Savage sits down with the man they call the Mouth, Mike Matusow.
We're here at Binion's downtown Las Vegas with a very famous player, Mike the Mouth Matusow.
Where's he at? Oh, me, yeah, hello. Nice to meet you there, buddy.
You're fresh off your TOC win for $1 million.
No, that's $1 million.
$1 million. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
We're sitting in a building that has a lot of history and tradition. What do you remember most about Binion's Horseshoe? And
what I really remember most about Binion's is the first time I ever came to Binion's. I always remember like when I was an up-and-coming player and wanting to play in my first World Series of Poker, never even walking into the World Series of Poker, and never seeing a card room with more than 6 tables in it, and walking in here and watching wall-to-wall tables every which way through the whole entire place, kind of like it is right now. And then they had a tent set up at the time out here, all tables, and it was just like an amazing, it was electrifying atmosphere. There was just like there was an aura about it that is undescribable. I mean, it was like you're sitting here in history, and it's like every hand of poker you played was going to be a memorable hand of poker. It wasn't just like another hand of poker.
I've heard you say it a couple times. You jump up at a tournament and you say, "Thank you, Chris Moneymaker." What does that mean?
That's my favorite statement is God bless Chris Moneymaker. Well, I say that because Chris winning this tournament 2 years ago, okay, as really not much of a poker player, an internet poker player. I mean, didn't really know much about value of hands. He just knew, put your money in. If you flop it, go for it. If you think the guy's weak, shove in. I mean, he was aggressive, but he was reckless, you know, and he caught like so many lucky cards, and now he goes on to win the tournament. I mean, God knows how many lucky cards he has. And now the whole entire world was staggered by this $40 story that he turned into millions, and now the whole world now believed that they can win the World Series of Poker. And then poker just blew out of the planet. You know, with all reality, nothing's changed. There's only this many people that can win the World Series of Poker. You know what I'm saying? The guy who won this year, Joe Hatcham, great poker player. I mean, I'm going to give the guy credit where credit's deserved. I mean, the guy is a great poker player.
You've made some bad decisions outside of poker. Do you care to comment about that at all?
The thing is I got a lot of money. I did a lot of the wrong things. You know, I got in trouble for something I really didn't do. But, you know, the point of the matter is if I never was around the people in the first place, it never would have happened. I've got my life. There's not a straighter person in the world right now. I don't drink. I don't party. I don't go out. I don't do nothing. I play poker. I focus on my job. I want to win. I want to become the best in the world. You know, I don't believe there's such a thing as the best in the world, but I just want to be part of that elite group, and I strive hard to be part of that.
Well, I say a really big congratulations on that. That's a great thing. And you know, you say the best in the world, but I've heard you say to yourself, you're the worst player in the world, and I've heard you say you're the best player in the world. I've heard you say both.
Well, that's so because when I'm not focused and I make a dumb mistake, I ride myself harder than everybody. You know, people say, they go, Mike never goes on tilt. He puts himself on tilt.
Right.
You know, I mean, when I play a hand bad, you know, I don't think when I take a bad beat, I just say, oh well, no big deal. When I misplay a hand and I make a bad payoff, I go, oh my God, I'm like, oh, I'm the worst. Instead of concentrating on the next hand, I'm thinking about how bad I play. You know, and how can I make that play? How can I play so stupid? You know, and I just strive myself to play great all the time. And, you know, in the TOC the other day, I would have to say, no, I made a couple of mistakes, but I played awfully well. Very careful, very selective, and I finally got some breaks to go my way. And when with all the breaks that have gone against me in poker tournaments, you know, a lot of people say, well, you got so lucky with that ace-queen hand. Let me tell you something. I took the ace-king versus ace-queen and got knocked out of 100 tournaments. You know, I mean, look at the World Series 2 years ago. I mean, I would have been right in the hunt there. So, I mean, it's all that hand is, hey, that's a little justice for what's happened to Mike Matusow, you know?
In that 2004 World Series poker, when you went out, you actually cried. I mean, people talk about it.
I cried because I was playing so well. And I saw myself in an opportunity that I didn't think I would ever have again. Because 3 years before that, I was at the final table. And I knew how poker growing, it was going to be so hard to get there again. And here, with 86 people left, I found myself in the chip lead. And I'm like, wow, I'm the chip leader with 86 people to go in the biggest tournament in history. I'm playing great poker. They can't beat me. And one thing's for sure, I got real unlucky. It wasn't meant to be for me, but boy, I wish I would have just got down to 5-handed with some chips, because they couldn't win. I don't want to sound egotistical, because I really don't have that big an ego. I really don't. I think when I play well, I play well. No, I'm being honest. When I play well, I play well. When I don't, I'm awful.
Okay.
You know, people after they watching the TOC the other day, coming off coming off the WSOP. They're thinking, oh, Mike Matusow is the greatest poker player in the world. Look what he's just done. Mike Matusow is not the greatest poker player in the world.
Who is?
I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. When I play well, I'm one of the better poker players in the world.
We've got more of Mike Matusow's exclusive interview coming up next. And don't miss Savage on the River when Inside Poker returns. Inside Poker is being brought to you by PokerTime.net. A new place to play, a new place to learn. Visit PokerTime.net. And by Poker Player Newspaper, the source for poker news and information. Pick it up in poker rooms across the country. Once again, here's Matt Savage with Mike the Mouth Matusow.
The tournament, the World Series of Poker, has a great structure, and obviously the final table played until 7 in the morning. Do you think that that's fair to the players?
No. What needs to be done next year is, first of all, there's going to be 10,000 people next year.
Yeah.
Okay. It's got to be like a 10-day tournament. What needs to be structured is, if they're going to be 2-hour limits, it's going to be 5 levels a day. It's 5 levels a day, no matter what. No matter what. I don't care how many levels it takes to play. If they have to have room for the extra 2 days to add it, it's 2 extra days. We are playing 5 levels today, folks. That's what it is. Poker should not be an endurance contest. Is it fair to Doyle Brunson, who's 72 years old, who pulled off the biggest incredible feat of all time this year by winning a World Series bracelet, to play more than 12 hours a day because there's a young kid, 21, that can play for 2 days straight? No.
Right.
5 levels a day with breaks of 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever, with your hour dinner break is going to give 12 hours of poker a day. That's noon to midnight, okay? 12 hours a day for 10 straight days is enough.
You have the other extreme, the World Poker Tour final table.
Don't get me started on the World Poker Tour.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, they have the casino structures of the tournament. They have these phenomenal structures. We got the greatest play in the world. All the best players are getting close to there. Now we get to the final table. Okay, we're going to back up the limits, and we'll play hour limit, double, doubles, so it's over in 4 hours. And they go, it's about getting the crowd involved, and if we just keep the structure the same and goes 12, 13 hours, the crowd will be sleeping by the end, and we can't have that. Oh, so what you're telling me is you care about your show, you don't give a crap about the poker players. That's what you're telling me.
Right.
Okay? The crowd's going to be there, just not going to be quite as enthusiastic.
Right.
Oh, well, so then the crowd's not going to be quite as enthusiastic. Why don't you pay some new crowd people to come in and pump up the crowd? You know, I mean, you're making $80 billion. You know what I'm trying to say? We're not here to see whether I can move in over the top of you or all in and see if I can win a coin flip. You know, we're here to see a lot of poker playing. Poker playing is a guy reading somebody, reading him for weakness, reading him for strength, and playing the player. And that's
so you can play the long table and still have the excitement because you can edit it down on the show so you see the good hands. I mean, that's
exactly. You know, and the whole answer was to me was the crowd would be too bored, and we want to keep the crowd enthused.
Right.
Yay. Happy do. Yippee do. No.
Nobody probably knows, I'm sure our viewers don't know, that the day before the World Series of Poker, you would come to me and you said, Matt, I don't even know if I'm going to play this event. I don't really feel like playing.
It's true. I was in a biggest losing streak of my life. I mean, in 3 no-limit hold'em tournaments during the World Series, I pushed it all in pre-flop with aces against an underpair, and they made a set all 3 times, and I got knocked out of 3 tournaments, and I was just running so awful, and I'm just like, I don't even want to play. I mean, I can't. How am I going to win the tournament? I can't even win a pot, you know. And I was just so negative. And I woke up that day, and literally, I said, I'm not playing. My friends dragged me out of bed and said, you're playing, shut up. And then I won a couple pots, and well, first I get the penalty.
Yeah, I want to talk about that too.
Which, you know, what happened was is like the second hand off the deck of the World Series, and I fold my hand. I lose like 600. I mean, I didn't even lose anything. I mean, 600 out of 10, that's nothing. And I took my cards and I just threw them in. And I don't know, the dealer said they hit his hand. They didn't hit nothing, you know. And he calls the floor man over trying to get me a penalty. I said, I ain't getting no penalty. I ain't walking away. You could drag me with security guards off this table. I didn't throw nothing at nobody. So basically, everybody at the table said I didn't throw nothing. So they said, okay, Mike, you don't have a penalty. So I whispered in the guy's ear. I said, this guy's friggin' nuts, you know. And the dealer, there's no impossible the dealer heard it. I mean, it was a stone whisper. Okay, the dealer goes, F-bomb, F-bomb. I go, oh, this guy's crazy. I go, I didn't say anything. And well, you're going to have to take a 10-minute penalty now. I'm like, you're crazy. I didn't say anything. Mike, get up. I go, that's
boom,
when I
boom,
just
boom,
went, boom, 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 boom. And I was going to throw one more boom and go for the 50-minute penalty. I said, no, 40's enough.
Okay, well, when I think of you, Mike, I think of somebody very opinionated, passionate, and I really appreciate you for your time.
You know, Matt, thank you so much, and I love you to death. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Now, here's Matt Savage on the river.
Today's topic, poker movies. Have you seen one lately? Either have I. First movie I want to talk about is Big Hand for Little Lady. You know, that movie was a lot of fun, and I actually enjoyed it. But the poker in the movie, I don't think so. Next movie, Cincinnati Kid. Another movie I enjoyed. However, the poker, not believable. Straight flush and 5 cards, not in your lifetime. Maverick, please. Rounders got it close. Matt Damon and Edward Norton took their role serious. They actually competed in the World Series of Poker and did quite well. Matter of fact, Matt Damon was taken out of the World Series by Doyle Brunson with 2 kings versus Doyle Brunson's 2 aces. There's a new poker movie coming out called Lucky You, starring Eric Bana, Robert Duvall, Drew Barrymore, and co-starring Matt Savage. I'll let you be the judge. I'm Matt Savage on the river.
When in Las Vegas, the Inside Poker Crew stays at the Binions Hotel. For reservations, please call 1-800-937-6537 or book your room online at binions.com. Thanks for joining us. Protect your blinds and know when to lay them down. For Matt Savage, I'm Kristen Rubis. We'll see you at the table next time on Inside Poker.